Hello, my friends. This is Daniel, the Note to Self guy, coming at you. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Last week, we talked about poor man's proverb number 28, which was, do you realize where hate will take you? Poor man's proverb 28, which was entitled, do we realize where hate will take us? This week, we're talking about something different, which is poor man's proverb number 29, which is, are you down with diversity? Poor man's proverb 29, which is, are you down with diversity? But before we get into that subject matter, I want to mention to you guys that for those of you who really like these little Facebook Live videos that I do, then hey, what you can do is, if you never want to miss one, if you go to YouTube and you type in my name, you're going to see these videos pop up. And if you hit the subscribe button, every time I do one of these, YouTube is kind enough to send you a little notification letting you know that the Note to Self guy has just released a video and you can come and check it out. And the cool thing about these videos is that I try to keep them short, usually less than 10 minutes, and I try to get right to the point with respect to that. You can also find us, again, on Facebook Live. I try to do this every Sunday. And also I post these, eventually post these videos up on my website. So you go to the website, you can see the videos there as well. I want to say to you, thank you all for those of you who have purchased the Amazon best-selling book, Note to Self, Faithful Inspiration and Aspiration. I really appreciate it. It's an easy read. It serves as a devotional. There's kind of reads like the book of Proverbs, and there's little notes, lines in there where you can actually write your own notes and as I said, use it as a devotional. Now, here's what one Amazon reader had to say. And this person says, I truly enjoyed reading Note to Self. It is a must read for any Christian who just likes to hear the real talk, biblical application, and the truth. I keep going back and rereading the poor man's Proverbs over and over. This is not just a one-time read. Expect to keep going back and share with a friend or loved one. It's worth it. And that was from Jennifer Lowry. So thank you, Jennifer, for the kind words. And now is a good time to purchase Note to Self, because guess what? Amazon has it on sale. You can save 30%. And the book is normally $11. And hey, my buddy Cool Car, what's up, Cool? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Amazon is normally has it on sale. Normally has it for $11.95. Now it's on sale for $8.34. And if you wanted to get the Kindle version, you get that for $2.99. Okay, enough about that. Let's talk about poor man's proverb, shall we? Okay, let's do it. So, are you down with diversity? Now, diversity, as far as I'm concerned, it is the spice of life, right? How boring would life be if everything were the same? If every flower was a rose? What about all the other beautiful flowers out there? Tulips and daisies and all the other ones there. It really helps to make life much more interesting. You know, I worked in human resources for about 15 years, and I was always dumbfounded as to why people was opposed to diversity. I mean, it's just dumb. Because if you're trying to make some cha-ching-ching, then it is in your best interest to have the best people of all different types of races and genders and that type of thing. It really helps the company to grow, and you get some fresh new ideas. For example, if you were a company and you were making brasiers, bras, right? And if your marketing team consisted of nothing but men, how dumb would that be? I mean, what does a man know about bras? Okay, there may be a few guys, that may have some man boobs, so to speak, pardon the term, but that's not like being a woman. The best person to talk about bras in that regard are women, because they're the ones that wear it. So why wouldn't you have women on your team to convey ideas as to what would be the best type? Similarly, if you are marketing something to the inner city, well, it would pay to have some people who grew up, who know a lot about the inner city on your team, because they live that kind of life. So they know what folks would like. Similarly, if you were marketing some sort of product that was geared towards people who lived in rural areas, well, you wouldn't want to have a bunch of city slickers like me there, because I've never lived in the rural area. So I don't know anything about, living in the country. You want to have somebody on your team, or some folks on your team that know a little bit of something about living in the country. Now, that's one side of diversity, but that's really not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is basically how the devil uses diversity as a weapon, a very dangerous one, I might add. Unfortunately, there are some people out there who have the thought that their race is superior to everybody else, and that they should be top dog, and everybody else should bow down to them. And people use that, or the devil uses that to divide or to split people. And it is the foundation, really, for racism. To be honest with you, when we use or choose not to want to be diverse in our way of thinking and our way of living, it creates hatred. It creates contempt for other people. And when those things are fully developed, guess what you get? Sometimes you get murder, you get chaos, you get people just trying to kill each other. And and if you think about it, is that really what we want? Nah, I don't think that it is. Racism seeks to destroy God's command, and one of His commands were, and I'm reading this verbatim, Matthew 28 basically says that. Actually, I'm shortening some of it here. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Well, how can you possibly love your neighbor as yourself if you think you're better than somebody else, or if you think that everyone else needs to bow down to you, if you think that diversity is not good, or if you think that you're not, something that you don't want to be a part of? Note to self. Let me give you something to think about. God is the author of diversity. Why do I say that? Look at what He created. Look at the earth. Things on this planet is just, and there's diversity everywhere you turn. Different birds, different animals, different plants, different cars. We all look different. So clearly this is something that God endorses, because if He didn't, then why would He make everything as different as He does? Now, for those of you who think that when you get to heaven, there's going to be some sort of separation between races, all the white folks over here, all the black folks over here, all the Spanish people here, this, that, and the other. Sadly, I think you're going to be mistaken. We're all God's people. God loves us all. So why in the world would He tell us to love each other on this side of life, but yet when we get on the other side of life, He separates us? Does that make any sense to you? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking that it does not. So to the question of, are you down with diversity? I'm down with it. What about you? I sincerely hope that you're down with it as well, because one day we're all going to be together in heaven, as I said, and we will all be one big family. So that's it for this week. Next week, folks, we're going to talk about one that's pretty interesting, which is Poor Man's Proverbs number 30, which is the devil in your camp? Poor Man's Proverb number 30, is the devil in your camp? Be sure to check that out, guys. I'll be coming at you next Sunday to talk about that. And just so you guys can know, or to remind you, every Tuesday I come out with a Poor Man's Proverb. And I have it on my website, on my blog there, so you can check that out. And then what happens is that on Saturdays I come back and I talk about one of the Poor Man's Proverbs. I think we're up, we're going to be going to Poor Man's Proverbs number 30 now, but I think on my blog I'm up to like 35 or something like that. So I'm a little bit behind with respect to these videos. But check them out, guys. And like I said, if you find these videos to be helpful to you, encouraging to you, food for thought, please, by all means, hey, share this video with friends and family. Go to YouTube, as I said, hit the subscribe button, so every time I do one of these, you will get a notification so you can check it out. You can go to my website and check it out there. And I forgot to mention that with the book, Note to Self, Faithful Inspiration and Aspiration. Hey, when you support this book, guys, just want to let you know the profits of this book goes directly to charity. So you're going to help yourself from whoever reads it will be helped by what they read in it. And then on the back end, those people that will receive monies from the charities, the monies that go to charity will help people on that end as well. So, hey, you guys take care of each other, love each other, and remember, hey, diversity is a good thing. May God bless you. This is Daniel, the Note to Self guy, signing off. Peace. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.